It is disproportionate. I know 3 drivers from one firm in the mix of a dozen launch videos. But the reason is simple. I made an assumption. I thought, when Antonio Silva of STOPTRANS agreed to run me into Portugal and back, it would be one driver. In, turnaround, out. 7 to 8 days. That seemed about right to me. Well, you can see for yourself just how wrong I was. 3 drivers got me into Portugal, with drops in 3 different locations in Spain, and 2 pickups in other locations, all contributing to being out on the road for a total of 14 days. That's excluding the 4 days that I had as a layover in Aveiro, just south of Porto, and I did a bit of sightseeing there. Aveiro was developed during the Roman occupation as a strategic trading port. Salt production was its main attraction in those days. Today, the old canals which were used to transport salt are a major tourist attraction, and it's a lovely town, Aveiro. Then it was off on a side trip to meet Antonio and Sister Marta Luis, with a 4th driver on the race. No interview this time, as my Portuguese isn't up to the standards necessary to translate Ukrainian-born Vladimir's story. Later, in talking with Antonio and Marta, 2 interesting stories emerged about his grandfather's struggle to start a new life in the old country, and the father's views on a possible future for the long-haul trucking industry.
My grandfather, they start a trucks company in Africa, Angola. When the war came, they lost everything and they came to Portugal. After a lot of years, my dad started working with my grandfather when he get older. They are making some work with small trucks. A lot of years passed and my dad buy a big truck like ours right now, and he started with just one truck and buy another one, and right now we have more than 100 trucks. So it's something like this. Right now, this company, when my dad started with a big truck, it's like 20 years. More than the half what you earn is to pay the fuel. Right now we have better trucks that don't consume so much fuel, but it's a lot of fuel. For 100 trucks, it's a lot of money. My dad speaks a lot about that. In the future, just put the trailers in the train and send to England, and then they have some English drivers just go there, pick the trailer and go unload, then load again and send him to Portugal by train again. You have some trains, so you can go from Lisbon to Paris in 2 days with the train. You just go there, they put the trailer on the train and they go and don't stop. They just pass to Madrid or something like that, and in Irún, and then go straight to Paris. It's less expensive than the truck.
Okay, that's a long story because I was born in the Netherlands and then my mom started dating Antonio's dad. I think a year and a half, 2 years later, I came to Portugal as well. And Louise was always on top of me. Marta, come work for me, you speak Dutch, you speak English. I started out at the administration, then went on to finance, and then he convinced me to go to the traffic operational room, and I really enjoyed it. So I like the dynamics. One day is never the same as the day before. Sometimes it's really stressful because, well, broken down trucks, drivers not wanting to go on a trip, not arranging reloads for all trucks, which is sometimes complicated to deal with. But I like the fact that, well, you don't have, twice, not the same day. So when I worked at the admin, it's routine, and on operations, it's completely different. Every day is a surprise, basically. So I will advise all children, including mine, never to go into this business. No, really. I think it's a complicated business because, well, you depend on the diesel, for example, which is one of our best or our highest costs. And, well, as you know, the diesel rate goes up, and then it goes a little bit down, and it goes up again, and, well, you depend on all the influences in the world. So I think that's a big problem in our business. On the other hand, I think it's an innovating business, even if you look at the environment, okay? The trucks that are being made now are more green, which is a good thing. And yeah, I think we have lots of potential. I would like for this company to grow perhaps into other businesses. We're working on some of those new things. I'm not going to reveal them yet. And you know, deep down, I wish that STOPTRANS can be even, how do you say it, more known, more widely known than it already is. Because it's quite funny because like a couple of years ago, nobody would call you, and now people call you saying, I saw your trucks, like you, Mike. I saw your trucks in the UK. What kind of traffic do you do? So we already are reaching that dimension that people are starting to know you, but I wish it was even bigger.